Do you have the brand new Toyota Tundra and you just feel like you wish it has a wireless charger to it? Or if the car came with a wireless charger, you wish that there's 2 wireless chargers instead of 1? Well, we have the solution for our plug and play dual wireless charger. This covers all the Toyota Tundra models from 22 and up, and this is all plug and play. It comes with plug and play harness, so it's very uninvasive to your vehicle. So let me show you how easy it is to install this, and I'll walk through all the functionality of this as well. Let's stop talking, let's go inside the car and get this installed. We're inside the car, let's get this started. First, we want to remove the top tray here. Just grab a hold of this and then just pry it up. If you have a difficult time removing it, use a panel removal tool like this one. You can easily get these for very inexpensive on Amazon, so just pry it out right here. Okay, once this is out, let's unplug this connector. Just press down on the release tab up here and just pull out. When you're doing this, always hold on to the connector and pull it out. Never pull on the wire because you do not want to rip out the wire from the connector. That'll be a pain in the ass to fix it. And as a side note, for all of you guys that have a Sequoia, this also works exactly the same. The interior is exactly the same, and this is also compatible with the Sequoia, same generation. All right, now let's start working on the bottom section here. So let's first remove the shift knob. Just press here on the shift boot, press down firmly. All right, there it is, press down firmly. It'll pop out right here. If you have a difficult time removing this, once again, use this plastic panel removal tool and pull down. And once you have this down, if you stick your head down here, you'll find this little metal clip. Okay, you'll feel it, push it down. There it is. So if you want to see where the clip is, it's right here. That clip, just move it to the side, move it to the side, and then you could pull it out. Okay, very easy. All right, next we're going to remove these 2 plastic panels, one on each side. You can use a panel removal tool for this and just pry it out. Just only being held by clips. So whenever you're dealing with interior panels, you always want to pull at the direction of the clips. So for this one, it's pointing inside, so you're going to pull out this. If you pull out in any other directions, it will break the clips, and that's how people break clips. All right, so let's work on this side. So same thing, just stick a panel removal tool here and just gently pry it out. There we go. Next, we're going to remove this panel piece here that surrounds. This is one big piece, okay? And let me start off with this side. Use your panel removal tool. And as you can see while I'm looking over here, the clips are all facing this way, okay? So what does that mean? That means you can't pry it out straight out this way. It's going to break. So we want to figure out a way to pull everything out this way, all right? So we're going to start off from this side. Let's see if I get a good grip. There it is. Okay, we just want to release the clips from the main body of the car. Okay, once you have this going, I'm going to use this panel removal tool. I'm going to put it on the bottom corner here just to push it out a little bit. There we go. And we'll do the same on this side. Grab it here, right here, and just pull it out. Okay, there it is. We can see that the clips got released, and then we can gently pry it out. Okay, just be careful with the end clip here. All right. Here we go. All right, once that is out, let's remove this piece here. Just grab a hold of this and just pull out towards you. All right, here we go. And there's a connector behind here. Once again, press down on the release tab and pull out. And we have another connector down here on the bottom. Press down and pull out. All right, guys. Once again, be very careful with these connectors when you pull it. Pull on the connector itself, don't pull on the wires. And at the same time, remember what connectors you had going into your panel, because if you don't reconnect these, say that you forget, this one gets tucked under a different panel piece, especially this one here gets forgotten sometimes, your e-brake won't work. And you're gonna get some error lights on your cluster, and you're gonna wonder why the car is not happy. So make sure you do a triple check that all the factory connectors are reconnected upon reinstallation. Next, let's grab this. I'm gonna pull it up. Before we do so, let's raise the armrest here. All right. I'm gonna pull all this, it's just gonna pop up. It's all just being held by clips. But let's also pull this piece out too. And also the passenger side. Okay, once this is out, there's only there's 1, 2, 3 connectors that we're gonna remove. 2 and 3. All right. And we also want to remove these 2 clips that's holding these wires in place. For that, we have this special tool here. It has a little hook on it. If you don't have this, don't worry. You could just use a flathead screwdriver, but you can use a panel removal tool that has this hook. Okay, we're just gonna pry it out. All right, there we go. All right, nice. And next, here it is. This is the factory pad. So this car doesn't have any wireless chargers from the factory, so it's gonna be a really big upgrade for them, because now it goes from 0 to 2 wireless chargers. All right. And we have a little clip here, just as a placeholder clip. Let me just pull this out. This one's gonna be pretty easy to remove. I'm just gonna remove it with my hands. All right. Sweet. Look, just a plastic piece. All right, so that's going away, and here comes the new piece, dual wireless charger. So with this dual wireless charger, you're going to also have this plug and play harness, and I'll be connecting this from the top all the way to the bottom. So make sure I do this. So the power is actually being taken from the cigarette lighter plug up here. It's all plug and play. So the female side from the harness connects to the male side of the car, and the male side will connect back to your factory cigarette lighter plug that we disconnected earlier. And the other side here will connect to our new dual wireless charger. So I'm gonna route this cable from up here all the way down. All right, so basically how I routed this is I went from the passenger side. There's a little opening over here on the passenger side, so you can see. And if you push the wires through it, you can catch it from your left hand. Having smaller hands do help. So if your hands are quite big, you may want to ask someone you know with smaller hands to help you out with this part. If you don't know anybody with small hands, then you can use a wire routing tool. You can use a clothes hanger. You can use a long zip tie. So there's a lot of ways to route the cable from up here to down here. All right, the next step, we want to prep this part here. So there's these clip areas. So we're going to remove the clips from the factory panel and then replace them to here, repurpose them to these areas here. All right, here we go. These are the red clips here. Let's remove them. These are quite resilient. It's hard to break them, but of course, like don't be too aggressive on them, because I never seen it happen, but who knows? You might be the first person to break it, and I wouldn't want that to happen. All right, and these will clip nicely back into these parts on this new dual wireless charger. All right, so once all this set, let's grab these 2 connectors here. This is what is going to power our dual wireless chargers. There are these connectors here on the sides. Here we go. All right, and this will just clip right back into the factory location. So we have some extra wire harnesses here that we're just gonna tuck in. And when you're reinstalling these, make sure none of these factory wires gets hidden behind it, because you're definitely gonna need these connectors back when you reconnect all your factory parts. All right, here we go. Terrific. And all we have to do is just reverse order everything we just did. So let me put everything back and let me show you how everything works. All right, so very, very important when you're putting everything back together, make sure you're paying attention. These two connectors, if you force them, it'll connect to each other. So make sure you have the correct one. The length of the harness will tell you where it should connect. So the short one will connect here and the longer one will connect up here. You could definitely fit this here if you want to. So if you see something funky going on here, just make sure you're paying attention. All right, when you're pushing the shift knob part back, it helps if you release this and put it down. But before you do that, make sure your car emergency brakes were engaged when you turned off your car, because you do not want your car to roll, especially if you're on an incline. Okay, when you guys are pushing this panel back, you want to start off with the bottom corner here. Make sure that clips is in before you push anything else in, or else you'll end up breaking the clips. So that's in. Make sure all the clips are all lined up and then push it. There we go. All right, so once everything is back in, there is an optional part, like a little bumper. So depending on your phone, you may need this or you may not. So this will ensure that your contact point from your phone is good. So you could test it out. We'll place it on this one, on this vehicle, but it just all depends right here. If you have a Sequoia, you will have to cut the edge of this a little bit because the panel space is a tad bit smaller. All right, and before we apply this, make sure the surface is very clean. Use some alcohol wipes, give it a good clean, and then put it on there. Sweet. That is it, guys. Now let me do a quick demonstration for you. And once you turn on the car, you'll notice these two buttons here, just gonna be lit up. It's blue. Blue is standby mode. And if you press the button, it turns to an amber color. Amber color means that it's on. So with it being in the on position, place your phone right above it and it'll start charging, as you can see. And just to give you a comparison, if it's not turned on, it's gonna be blue and it won't charge. So once you're ready to charge, press the button and it's gonna go to amber, and there you go, charging. And this will work with all the phones that are compatible with the Qi chargers. And this Qi charger on our dual wireless charger actually charges faster than the factory one. So if you have the factory wireless charger, the single one, this will charge faster, and you also have two wireless chargers so that you don't have to go fight for chargers. All right, guys, there we have it. We installed our dual wireless charger on this brand new Tundra, also compatible with the same generation Toyota Sequoia. As you can see, super easy, all plug and play, all very doable by yourself with just basic tools. All you need is a panel removal tool, super simple. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@bsonikusa.com. And if you are ready to make the purchase today, it's available at bsonikusa.com. We'll leave the product link in the description, so check that out. And as always, help our channel, give us that big thumbs up, it really helps us out, and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Look, I don't take no loss, it's simple. Let me stand up, die on 10 toes.